Welcome to round 4 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of October 3rd. I'm Catherine Haleko, and I'm here with Nicole Eridix.
Hello.
And Terry Morrow.
Hello.
As moms of teens and young adults, we've survived those little kid days, yet we're still rethinking the decisions we've made all through our kids' lives and worrying about what's going on right now. Today's Thursday, which means it's time to give in to our obsessing. And today we are obsessing about the latest Apple Watch. So, the latest version came out fairly recently. This is not the one Terry has.
I have the first edition, and I like it just fine.
Right. So this new, now it can like track your ovulation. It can track your sleep, not just like, did you sleep, but the stages of your sleep. You can set it up so like you can track your medicine, what did you take, when did you take it, all this stuff. So I thought, we need to let Apple know what we need as parents the next time around, right? Mm-hmm. So, did you really nag your kids enough about making their bed or taking their shower or doing their homework? The just Apple Watch could let you know.
It has that fitness coach that comes on every now and then says, you should really stand up.
Right.
Or, you haven't moved as much as you did yesterday. Why don't you take a brisk 1-minute walk right now? It needs to come up like, they could just have a parent coach that would say, where's your kid right now? Do you know?
Right.
What are they doing?
What are they doing?
You should go check on them. Maybe you should talk to them for 45 minutes.
45.
Just to make sure. And you have to complete your ring of
yes, exactly. There could be a ring for
every
that.
Day. Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You want to keep your streak up. You don't want to let down. Those rings are very effective, man.
Yeah.
They keep me moving.
Mm-hmm. Do they?
Yeah, because I have a streak.
Yeah,
I've done all 3 of them for a certain amount of days, and if I let down today, so that's what I need that for everything. I need that for work. Mm-hmm. I need work rings, because then I will do stuff and not procrastinate.
Yeah.
Just because I have a Pavlovian response to this sort of thing, apparently. I will just, if it tells me...
You love that competition, don't you?
I do.
You're
competition against myself
I'm
is what it is.
Forget it. I'm out.
I'm surprised, but I do. Fortunately, the goals are very realistic. I have them probably on the lowest possible setting. So, if I stand up 12 times over the course of the day, I'm good. But,
right.
But yeah, I could really use it for work. I could, break down my work into units, and if I haven't done a certain amount, of course I could lie. But yeah, nagging, that would be a good feature. I noticed. I don't think that they have the GPS thing on the watch, do they? To track your children.
Oh, that I don't know.
If it is, it doesn't work on my very low level one.
Right.
But that would be to have a constant feed of where your children are and what they're doing right there on your watch. At a flick of a wrist, you can see.
Yes.
That seems doable.
Yes. Well, and another thing I was thinking, if it tracks your medicine or your, you could track whose turn is it to sit in the front seat or to, pick the movie or whatever it is. And that way, it takes that sort of decision out of your hands. The watch says it's not your turn.
And you could just adjust that, right? The watch doesn't really know. You just tweak it.
Yes, I had a friend who had a good system, which was, she had 2 kids, and one's birthday was an even number and one was an odd number. So if they were arguing about something, whatever day whether it was an odd or even day would win. Right. Mm-hmm. So if they were fighting about something that, it really didn't matter who won, then she could be like, oh, it's an odd day of the week. So this brother gets to win the fight. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's interesting.
Clever.
Yeah. Wow.
I used to give points to my kids all through the day for doing stuff. This is when they were little. And, then they would get a reward at the end of the week based on how many points they had earned and stuff like that. So if I could, apportion those from my watch and they would pop up on some sort of wristband on their wrist. Yeah. So I didn't have to keep wall charts like I used to do. If every now and then it could text them a rule that they need to follow instead of me having to post it. Those could be useful, but then it would have to be a whole family network of wristbands.
I would like something for I would have liked something for, tracking how much money each kid got. Because we would often get, well, you gave him $20 for this, and you gave, her $10 for that. And that's always been a bone of contention, which we try to do equally, but of course they don't see it that way. Well, what did you get him? Well, you did that for him and not for me. So yeah, maybe some kind of tally of what the parent does for each child.
Yeah,
that would be helpful.
That would probably be helpful in a partnership, marriage, home sharing situation as well. Well, according to my watch, I have unloaded the dishwasher 6 out of the last 7 times.
That would be the best.
That would be helpful.
Yeah. Because I know, therapists definitely encourage that kind of that kind of tallying. What's it called when you're keeping track of that kind of thing? It's definitely a bad idea, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't like it. Absolutely. What else could we have it do for us?
If there was a way that your watch could, through the sensors of your stress that it has and the sensors of your heart rate and things like that, if it could sense your mood and possibly in some high volume way broadcast that to your family. Or
this is where they all need the connected wristbands. But
they would need the connected wristbands, and so you would get a Mom is at red alert. Stay away.
Right. Be careful.
I think our house would be very noisy. I can send an alert. Mom is stressed over work. Stay out of her way, please. That would be useful. And, also to let me know their mood, so I may go and hover about them and say, are you okay? Everything okay? How's it going? Is it good?
Hover about them or steer clear?
I will send them messages. I will send them texts to their wristbands. You okay? You okay? You okay? You okay?
Do you want to talk? I'm here. Yeah, I feel like that would be helpful. I mean, we're always saying your kids or your spouse or whatever cannot read your mind. So
right. Here, let me tell you.
If your tracker,
and it's not me saying it.
That's right.
It's science. It's science telling you that I am about to explode.
Right.
I'm sure these heart sensors are highly accurate.
I think they are. I mean, they can detect when you have fallen and you're not getting up, right?
They can detect sort of when you're walking, but I have to swing my arm a lot to get credit for it sometimes. I'm exercising. What do you want from me? You can't just stand up. You have to move. My shoulders are getting a lot of exercise.
Yeah, when my dad has an Apple Watch, and when he first got it, I think he disabled the telling you when to breathe, because that drove him crazy.
It tells you when to breathe.
It was telling him time to take a deep breath, or do a deep
thing. Yes, there's a little breathe every now and then. It will come on and say, "Breathe for 1 minute. It's fine. It's good for you." And it's go.
Yeah, he was like, "No, this is not. I'm not." So he likes, I think, the other rings, the standing and the moving ones, but he was really very annoyed by being told to breathe. He shut that down.
Don't you tell me when to breathe. I'll decide when I'm
breathe when I want to.
To do that sleep thing, you have to leave it on all night, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I should give my wrist a relief from having a battery against it periodically. Mm-hmm. They need a little sensor of that. To avoid bone cancer, take your watch off now for a little while. And maybe they could do that for sun, if you're out in the sun too long, your kids are out in the sun too long, you say,
they've gotten their vitamin D, now we're in skin cancer territory.
Right. Get them inside. A little alarm would flash. Mm-hmm. A little sun timer that you could have on your wrist there.
Yeah.
Just so you don't lose track of time talking to the other moms and suddenly your child is a beat.
I have a tan line going on from my Fitbit right now.
Oh.
So apparently I wore it too much. Or without suitable sunscreen.
Yeah. So. It should have told you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm out in the sun too
dummy,
much.
Get out of the sun.
Well, maybe what we need most is a feature of the Apple Watch that says, "Hey, time to end the podcast. You've been talking too long." Starts to like the breathing. It makes a little haptic motion against your wrist. It needs to start slowly and then keep going and keep going. We could program in who has the outro. Say,
it's you.
And then it'll just speak. That's it for today's Round 4. Tune in tomorrow. Thank you, Siri. When we'll share our roundabout roundup of things we've been using or enjoying lately that we think deserve a shout-out. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there on our Facebook page or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat. Your watch should vibrate right now to make you go there.